to the very end. You're always there, wanting the best for me. When you smile, you make my life worthwhile. You make me whole again, living in shadows and just wait a little while. You can bring back my smile. You are the reason we are here. We need you with us and to guide us again without fear. You are the reason. You are the reason.
Hello. Well, okay, I have an announcement to make before I get started. Ugh. Y'all know I cannot sit still. Edward, stop. My cat. Okay, let me show you what he did today. He slaps me. Whoops, where's it at? He slaps me, takes his claws actually, and scratches me right there. Then he reached up and bit my freaking nose. The dadgum cat bit my nose. He loves his mama. Him loves his mama. Okay, my announcement had nothing to do with the cat. Squirrel. So anyway, for those of you who watch my thrifting channel, the thrifting videos, I have one coming out in the morning, tomorrow morning. So I'm going to make an announcement on the next thrifting video that comes out. I'm having problems with eBay. In the last 3 days, okay, okay, look, can you see, can you see, whoops, sorry. Okay, can you see this? Okay, I'm just going to scroll. Every single one of those is items that eBay has delisted off my eBay page. In 4 days. 4 days. Says it's time to relist. So I tried to relist, and it said I'd reached my maximum. I had over $14,000 worth of items listed. So then I pay for a larger eBay store so I can list more items. And this was still in February. It was like February 28th. Okay. So March 1st, I try to list items. It said I've already listed more than 500 items for this month, and I need to request to list more. So I request to list more, and I hadn't even listed any items. I haven't been able to list items for like 7 or 8 days. I haven't been able to list items. And it says I'm not eligible to list more items. I'm not eligible for an update. But I can pay to get a bigger store, but I can't list more items. So Butch and I have been talking, And what we're going to do is, when I closed my brick and mortar store a year ago, we had used List Perfectly, and we were listed on eBay and on my website at the same time, because he built me an e-commerce website that I could sell items and ship right off my website. Well, I didn't like List Perfectly, because when I would delist something, because it's all this hype. You can list it at all these places, and when you click delist, it delists them from all these places. Well, you have to go to each site that it's listed on. You have to remember what items listed on what site to go on there and delist it, or you're going to get in trouble because you sold an item that you no longer had because you thought you delisted it when it sold. And on eBay, I flipped my hair to the wrong side today, and it's driving me nuts. I don't ever flip my hair that way, so it's driving me nuts. Okay. So anyway, it didn't delist, and I was getting in trouble because items were selling that weren't listed, that I didn't have anymore, but they were still listed. So I quit using my website for selling. I only was selling on eBay. And I've been only selling on eBay for a year, and it's been fun. But then all of a sudden, eBay decided I didn't have enough sales, that I was a below average seller, even though I was listing 5 to 15 items a day. But I'm a below average seller, and I'm no longer eligible. So Butch is going to work on my website. And I've been working on the wording on my website today to get things changed from what it was a year ago. And we're going to go back to listing everything only on my website and selling off my website. And then we're going to work with the money that I'm paying now to list things on eBay. We're going to start using that for advertising. So yeah, and plus you can still buy directly off my videos. Just make an offer on the item on my video and send me an email. You comment in the comments below on the video, make an offer, and then send me an email with your email address and the offer that you want to make. And if you've got the highest offer, I will send you a PayPal invoice, and you'll pay the cost plus shipping. And then if somebody has already sent me an email, because a lot of people don't like to comment in the comment section, where it actually helps the algorithms, is why I request a comment in the comment section, say, I'm going to claim item at such and such timestamp. And the way you do a timestamp is just like writing on a clock. Just like writing on a clock. And when I look at the video, it will go directly to that timestamp. I can punch it in, and if it's in the comments, I can I can just touch the comment, and it'll take me right to that spot on the video. And you tell me what your see, my hair, which way are you going to go? You're driving me nuts, okay? So anyway, tell me what the item is with the timestamp, and I'll know exactly what you want. Kind of describe it best as you can. And when I get your email address, I'll send you a PayPal invoice. And once it's paid, I'll ship it directly to you. And I can ship through UPS or USPS. So yeah, that's the way it'll work. Or you can order it off my video, if you take it off my website, you have to pay what it is on the website. You can't, I don't suggest making an offer on the website because you'd have to email me because I don't know if you can comment to me on the website. I don't know how it's set up. I'm sorry, we haven't used it in over a year. Butch has just been paying for me to have my platform because I have to have the website platform to have my email address. And in order for my email to be nancy@getlocker.com, I have to have the website. So let's get into today's video. That's my rant. I'm mad at eBay and I'm going to give up on them. I can't figure out how to do whatnot for live sales. The new platform, knickknacks.com, won't accept my email address because it's not at Gmail or at Google or at Yahoo or something like that. So it won't accept my email address. And I can't figure out how to get onto the Niche Shopping Network to do live sales there. Plus, I don't know how to do live sales. I tried it on Whatnot, and I did it 3 times, and that did not work. I had one actual sale on a Whatnot video, but for some reason, Whatnot wouldn't let the lady's credit card pay me. So I said, I don't know how to do this. Everybody kept saying, I'll explain it to you. I'll explain it to you. Nobody would explain it to me. So couldn't understand. And now I got a Norton antivirus. Okay. Geez Louise. You gonna come back up again? I'll keep clicking you off. Okay. So before we get started, let's do this fair use thing. Everything is for fair use. My in my comments below is my other spiel that I read about, don't harass anybody. Everything's in my opinion. Okay, so this is part 2. Seth Rogers, Sebastian's Army, focus on the positive. I'm going to start out with Seth's prayer that I started out with yesterday because that is just so meaningful and so powerful to me. So let me turn on some music here because I don't want nobody striking me. And to the 2 people that are in the back room, please hit the thumbs up. I appreciate you. You can hide in the bushes. It's fine with me, but I appreciate it if you'd please hit the thumbs up. All right, so the first one I'm going to share is off my own website, but I'm still going to give credit to Hindsight 2020. I can't spell. Okay. Because I borrowed it off of her site yesterday. So it's actually off her site, even though it's off my video. Okay, so let's hit music credit to royalty-free music through Envato. Still in Love by Stockwaves, Elements, Envato, User, Stockwaves, song by Marie Lindsay. Now she has full credit. I still got the email, the song that said, so I had to turn on royalty sharing. Now, all right, what we're going to do is my title today is Sebastian Rogers, hashtag Sebastian Rogers, hashtag Sebastian's Army, focus on the positive. So, excuse me, my supper is just talking to me today. So I'm sorry about that. Okay. So the first thing, the only things I want to put in here is positive thoughts. So let's go. I'm going to have to take this down. This one's going to be let me turn on my music. I don't think anybody would copyright strike me, but you never know. Because I am going to be using some things from Newsstream. So this full credit, the first thing I want to talk about is the beautiful prayer that Seth Rogers wrote for Sebastian yesterday to read off during Sebastian's prayer vigil. Now, I'd appreciate if we could not get into a discussion about the politics of the Bible. Because the way I look at it is the words in this prayer meant something, and they touched Seth's heart in a way that he felt they were necessary to go into the prayer for Sebastian. Seth knew what he was saying when he wrote the prayer. I give Seth credit because Seth is a wonderful man and he did this for his son. That's all that matters. He knows what his heart meant when he wrote these words. So sadly, I found out yesterday that some content creators were playing it backwards on their live streams. You have to go over to the dark side to see that. I'm not going over there. I don't want that juju. Let's play this. Oh, I need to bring it up on screen, don't I? All right. Let's listen.
Not just for what he's done, but what he's getting ready to do. We trust you, Lord. We trust you. You will never fail. Thank you, Jesus. You can be seated at this time. At this time, come on, can we give it up for Seth as he comes up to the front to speak this.
That's Smiley right there. Look how short she is. She's barely up to Tony's shoulders. So I gotta turn this up.
They're right. This needs to actually, everybody needs to understand that every day we will find Sebastian. We need to look for him every day, like it just happened yesterday. As I'm up here, I did write a prayer, and I'd like to. Little Old Testament. Some of you all know that most of my prayers are fire and brimstone. Sacred prayer for Sebastian, calling upon the angel Samuel. Oh, most high God, ruler of heaven and earth, in the stillness of the solemn night, we gather with hearts steadfast, bound by Father's unyielding love for his son, Sebastian, a child of light, innocent and pure. By the eternal name, we do summon Samuel, the angel of death, the guardian of divine justice, he who moves at thy command. O Samuel, fierce and unrelenting, stretch forth thy hand, not in wrath, but in righteous protection. Stand beside Sebastian, wherever he may be. Let no harm befall him. Let no evil touch him. Be his shield in the unseen places, his sword against those who do him wrong. With thy blazing eyes, seek out the wicked who cloak the truth in shadows. Unravel their lies and cast their works into the light. Break the chains that conceal Sebastian's path and scatter those who stand in the way of his return. Yet we beseech thee, not for vengeance, but for revelation. Let the weight of justice press upon those who would see Sebastian remain lost. May the voice of truth thunder so loud that no decent can withstand it. O Lord of hosts, guide us with unwavering faith. Strengthen my heart, strengthen everybody's heart, so that hope never falters. Let love be the beacon that calls Sebastian home, for love knows no bounds and no night too dark. Until the day breaks and Sebastian is returned to his rightful place, we stand unbroken, for his name is etched upon our souls, and his light shall never fade. So let it be written, so let it be done. In the name of God, amen.
Come on, let's just.
How was that? Click off. There it went. Okay. So the next thing I want to look at is from WKRN News 2. And the note I made was there was something found in the search. This is a very short clip, 25 seconds.
Also new information after a search for missing teenager Sebastian Rogers. His father holding another search Thursday. Now, officials telling News 2 they wrapped today after 4 days of searching. Investigators also say they covered at least 20 miles on the Cumberland River and used side imaging sonar in their search. Now, we do know some things of interest were found, but they did not go into detail on what exactly they were. Also new information after a search for missing teenager Sebastian.
Some things were found, but they didn't say what they were. I don't know if that's when the glasses were found or what.
Huh? Nothing. Just trying to get my spray and my donut. What? Okay.
You're ornery, bud. My son just walked into the kitchen, and the kitchen's right outside my office.
Change your office location.
I'm not going to change my office. If I move my office, it's going right next to your bedroom. Do you want it there?
No.
Okay, then.
Dang too much.
Right. Okay.
And I yell too much.
We have to have a happy medium here. Okay. So the next, we're going to go to News Nation. And what the comment I have for this is that they are not giving up hope. We're not giving up hope. Okay, let's play this.
The rest of the world moves on. But tonight, we are all hoping for the safe return of Sebastian Rogers. And if you have forgotten Sebastian, and I hope you have not, we are past the 6-month mark from the night that he went to bed back in February, but was gone by
You
morning.
hear it?
And when I say gone, I mean gone. No notes, no leads. Sebastian's clothes, even his shoes, were still there. He's 15. He's from the Nashville area, and Sebastian has autism, which does not make the search or the investigation any easier. The Tennessee police and the FBI have been on the case from the start, but so far, nothing. The feds even put up a $50,000 reward for information leading to Sebastian Rogers' return. And now that reward has doubled to $100,000, thanks to America's most famous bounty hunter. I want to welcome back to the program Sebastian Rogers' father, Seth Rogers. And also with us is Tony Mathis. He speaks for the Rogers family during this emergency. And the man who now is on the Sebastian Rogers case, Dog the Bounty Hunter. Welcome to all three of you. Seth, I'll come to you first. We spoke, I think, 10 weeks ago or so, and I just wanted to touch base with you. Have you had any updates, any news, anything at all that feels promising?
We've had some, and we've had some tips. And I've passed them over to Sumner County and my private investigator that's working on it. But as for news from Sumner County, no, I don't even know if they follow up with any of the tips we give them anymore.
Can you share those tips publicly, or do you have to keep them under the vest, understandably?
I'm keeping them under the vest because if they are Sebastian, I don't want somebody that doesn't have his best interests following up on our lead. Some people are doing leads and they don't even want to be involved in this case. And I can understand why. I mean, we've got people that are out here in the social media world that, you know, throw daggers at everybody that's helping me find Sebastian. And we've even had him go to jail now.
Dog, jump in here. You know this blueprint, right? You know when a parent is trying everything. They're hiring their own people outside of the police. They're collecting tips, they're passing them on, they're processing. Where do you take this case now that you're on board? How do you do things differently? And since it's been 6 months plus, how do you even begin?
Well, we began at the very beginning, and because I'm not a real law enforcement officer, I can do a lot of things that law enforcement cannot do. And I don't break the law, but I will bend it till its fracturing point. So it's very sad because in the very beginning, I thought Sean may be involved in some kind of disappearance, or I thought the little boy was deceased.
Now, in the beginning, Dog was confusing Seth's name and he kept saying Sean. But when he says Sean, he is talking about Seth. I'm sure everybody knows that, but for anybody that's new, I want to let them know.
Days now into it, I have talked to Sean. I know that he was working. This is his only child. I have 12. I've been through this before one of my daughters were killed, but this is amazing. I know that he had nothing to do with this. This guy can barely even talk without crying. I'm looking at him tonight and we're both, crybabies. I'm looking at him right there on your show and I'm like, I just want to start crying. Listen, I'm going to hunt these people down. I think the boy is still alive. I'm telling you right now, Ashley, I think this little boy was stashed somewhere because custody was just going to get very soon, very, very soon. Mr. Rogers was going to get custody of his son. And I think there's so much jealousy. You know the old saying, if you can't have him, if I can't have him, nobody will have him. I think that's exactly what we're seeing here, is a domestic squabble over a child.
Thanks for watching. Go to joinnn.com.
And that's not saying that Seth is squabbling. I'm sorry. It didn't come out right. My teeth kind of slipped a little bit. So anyway, Seth isn't squabbling with Katie. Katie appears to have an issue letting Sebastian go. Okay, the next one we're going to go to is going to be WKRN. I forgot to put it up here a little bit ago. It's News 2. My hair's itching me. I don't know why. I washed it this morning. It should be good. And then I went out in the wind and it went, had beautiful natural curls like these down here all over my head this morning. Go out in the wind and it straight as a board. Straight as a freaking board. Okay, so I know I have nothing to benefit from being almost 60. Okay. Now what I want to take away from this is, again, they're talking about Seth bringing dog in.
Reported any new information.
We get tips and stuff that were coming in. We didn't know if law enforcement was following up on them or not. And now that we have Dog's team, he has a whole team of attorneys, lawyers, private investigators.
The FBI recently announced a $50,000 reward for information following that announcement. Dog the Bounty Hunter joined in on the search, raising that reward to $100,000. But for now, Seth Rogers holds on to the hope that his son is still alive.
And every
Let's see what he says.
day I wake up hoping that I get the phone call today that, hey, we found Sebastian.
And clings to the 15 years of memories he shared with Sebastian.
I remember changing diapers. I remember making him bottles. I remember taking him swimming. I remember taking him fishing.
In Nashville, Caitlin Quisenberry, News 2.
That's a man that loves his child. 100%, and he will stop at nothing. Seth, you're a wonderful man. Prayers for you. Okay, next, we're going to stick with News Channel 2 and go to a different day, different month. And we are going to talk about I don't know, because I didn't write it down. I'm showing I'm supposed to be going to Court TV. Are we on Court TV? No, we're on News Channel 2. We're going to find out what we're going to talk about. I clipped it for a reason.
As a father, you realize that a lot of things that you do in life is for your children.
Oh, yes. I thought I was going to do that one later. Okay. This is what Seth talks about, how his whole life is devoted to Sebastian. And it's going to remain that way.
When they just go missing, you know, the only thing you think about is trying to find them, bringing them home. Everything else is really not important.
Again, Sebastian remains at the center of an Amber Alert, with the FBI offering a $50,000 reward for information, and Dwayne Chapman, also known as Dog the Bounty Hunter, adding $75,000 to that, raising it to a total of $125,000. Sebastian is currently one of 9 active missing child alerts from the TBI. Anyone with any information is asked to call 1-800-TBI-FIND.
Now, the reward was, at that time, $125,000. Now we're going to this is another one from WKRN. I don't know why I didn't write these down. Okay, I'm sorry. I have a long list here, and I have a long list across the top of my screen over here. So, okay, we're going to find out what this one's about. I don't know why I didn't write it down. What am I? Oh, I got to come over here. I'm sorry. My brain is just Monday brain. Sorry. Oh, this is when Seth got his renewed faith for law enforcement. Okay. It's a surprise. What's a surprise, Amanda Panda? Oh, yeah, my not knowing what I wrote down. Yeah, okay. Did you listen to Seth's prayer at the beginning, Amanda Panda? Did you hear that? You can
On
do it
December
if you want
7th,
to
Sebastian
rewind it.
Rogers' 16th birthday, his father Seth says a recent meeting with law enforcement has restored his confidence in their case.
Today, they have renewed my faith that they are definitely focusing on bringing my son home.
Seth didn't give any details on what was said in their meeting. Sebastian was last seen on February 26th in Hendersonville, nearly 10 months ago. The reward for information on Sebastian's whereabouts increased last month up to $200,000.
I thank the public for the support that they are giving me, and they continue to. Keep your eyes open. You could be the next person that might see him.
Seth said he won't ever stop searching and saying his son's name. Until he's found, the pain of not knowing where Sebastian is fills Seth with grief.
Today is a lot of sadness. It's a lot of sadness every day. It's hard to wrap your head around it. All right. Every day, it's like, get that phone call, waiting for that picture, waiting for information that my son has been found.
And Sebastian's 16th birthday, Seth says he hopes families spend time with their kids. He fondly remembers birthdays with Sebastian jumping in the pool, having water balloon fights, and eating cake. What is it like for you looking back on those memories today?
I'm not done making them. Looking back is nice, but looking forward to him being back is better.
I reached out to the
You can't say anything more than that. Looking forward to making more is better. Now we're finally going to court TV. Finally, what I get written down. I can look it up and play it again at the end if you want me to. It's on my yesterday's video and on my this afternoon's video. Okay. Can't spell. It's on yesterday's, it's on today's too. I started both videos with the same video footage. Okay, full credit to Court TV. I can, hold on. Okay, I'm going to screen Skype myself. Take this off. I don't know how that works. Where did it go? Here it is. Okay, now I'm going to go all the way back. Geez, did I go that long without saying anything? Okay. Okay. Because I borrowed it off of her site yesterday. So it's actually off her site, even though it's off my video. Okay, so let's hit music credit to royalty-free music through Envato, Still in Love by All right. Let's listen.
Not just for what he's done, but what he's getting ready to do. We trust you, Lord. We trust you. You will never fail. Thank you, Jesus. You can be seated at this time. At this time, come on, can we give it up for Seth as he comes up to speak this?
That smiley right there. Look how short she is. She's barely up to Tony's shoulders. So I got to turn this up.
They're right. This means that actually everybody needs to understand that every day we will find Sebastian. We need to look for him every day, like it just happened yesterday. As I'm up here, I did writing prayer. Not like that. Little Old Testament. You all know that most of my prayers are minor Christian. Sacred prayer for Sebastian, calling upon the angel Samuel. Oh, most high God, ruler of heaven and earth, in the stillness of the solemn night, we gather with hearts steadfast, bound by Father's unyielding love for his son Sebastian, a child of light, innocent and pure. By the eternal name, we do summon Samuel, the angel of death, the guardian of divine justice, he who moves at thy command. O Samuel, fierce and unrelenting, stretch forth thy hand, not in wrath, but in righteous protection. Stand beside Sebastian, wherever he may be. Let no harm befall him. Let no evil touch him. Be his shield in the unseen places, his sword against those who do him wrong. With thy blazing eyes, seek out the wicked who cloak the truth in shadows, unravel their lies, and cast their works into the light. Break the chains that conceal Sebastian's path, and scatter those who stand in the way of his return. Yet we beseech thee, not for vengeance, but for revelation. Let the weight of justice press upon those who would see Sebastian remain lost. May the voice of truth thunder so loud that no decent can withstand it. O Lord of hosts, guide us with unwavering faith Strengthen my heart. Strengthen everybody's heart so that hope never falters. Let love be the beacon that calls Sebastian home. For love knows no bounds and no night too dark. Until the day breaks and Sebastian is returned to his rightful place, we stand unbroken. For his name is etched upon our souls, and his light shall never fade. So let it be written, so let it be done. In the name of God, amen. Amen.
What do you think of that? Isn't that beautiful? Okay, so now we're going to go back to giving full credit to Court TV. Sorry, squirrel. Okay, so that was beautiful, wasn't it? Some channels over on the dark side actually played that backwards, like teens did back in the day with the Ozzy Osbourne music and stuff. I didn't go listen to it. I don't want that kind of bad juju in my house. So anyway, so now I got to bring up Court TV again. This is when Sebastian had been gone 10 months. And what we're going to discuss is Benny. No, I don't know what we're going to discuss. We're on the wrong one. There it is. That's crazy. It is crazy. Benny Politan is going to talk to Dog the Bounty Hunter and his attorney, Joe Lesniak. Ooh. Sorry. He must be related to me. Can you hear it? I think I've clicked on the wrong one.
his cronies, or maybe by himself, was threatening them, stopping them. And I don't know why the people that were threatened and threatened by him allegedly didn't call the police, or what is it called? The TBI. I don't know why the TBI hasn't done nothing unless they're neck deep in it too. I talked to one of the guys, and it was ridiculous. We want the FBI, the marshals. We need the FBI. We need the marshals in on this. And let me tell you about them. They will find what happened to the little boy. They will find Sebastian what happened to him.
What do you think happened to him, Dwayne? I mean, it seems it's very hard to get your head around that he has not turned up in after this long of a period of time. Do you believe he was abducted? Is he? What's your gut telling you now that you know enough and have invested enough here? What's your gut say?
Well, first of all, please call me dog. That's okay to call me dog. And there's a lot of possibilities. Okay, the worst possibility, of course, you could guess that. But we've checked into sex slaves. There's a lot of kids that are autistic that it's unbelievable, from 5 to 18 years old, little boys and little girls that are in the sex trade. They're catching them right now all over Tennessee. They just caught a kid, I think 8 or 9 years old, yesterday or the day before. So those little kids got, sometimes they can ID someone a lot better than anyone else. So we want to show those kids pictures. But again, the ones that I guess found the kids is the TBI. I hate to sound redundant, but we need the federal marshals and we need the feds in on this.
You mentioned the Proudfoots, Chris and Katie Proudfoot. Katie Proudfoot, for those who haven't been following this, is the mother of Sebastian. She was the last person to see him. Chris, the stepfather, and we invited them on tonight. We did get a hold of them. They declined. Joe, there has
they are. Of course they will.
There's been some pretty nasty rhetoric going on online. Not only, not just people attacking the Proudfoots, but Seth Rogers has been the victim here of a lot of hate. Where is that coming from?
I think a lot of people have a lot of time on their hands. Chris, I think what happens is they get caught up in their own rhetoric, as you said, and their own story. And they want to try and create headlines. They want to try and create something that's not there. They create smoke, and then they point to the smoke that they created. And you're sitting there going, stop, wait a minute, this doesn't make any sense. And yet they don't care, because the smoke generates more advertising, more smoke, and more people. And they attack not only Seth, but anybody who's aligned themselves with Seth Rogers. Seth is and Dog and all these individuals are trying to help find this young man, and they constantly are attacking anybody who's ever latched on to Seth Rogers and the search for Sebastian. And that should send up signals. I've been practicing in the criminal defense and criminal prosecution world for almost.
Okay. Basically, he's just talking about it doesn't get happy after this. What he's saying there. The link for that, if you want to see the whole 43-minute interview, is in my description. Okay, now we're going to go to WKRN Channel 2 again. Hide this. Where did it go? Okay. And what I hope, if I have the right video to share from this one, is the reward increase. Once again,
Dwayne Chapman, better known as Dog the Bounty Hunter, announced the reward is up to $225,155. If you have seen Sebastian or have information about his whereabouts, you can call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office or the TBI at 1-800-TBI-FIND.
Okay, that was a positive. Chapman brought it up again. It's up to 347,000 or something like that right now. But it's good. It's good. Hands itching. Okay. Next, we're going to go to Back to Court TV. Yeah. Where's my... Okay.
Welcome back. This morning, we're shining the spotlight on the search for Sebastian Rogers and the last known video of him before he disappeared. Security cameras caught Sebastian eating dinner with his mother at a Texas roadhouse in Hendersonville, Tennessee, the day before he vanished. His mother was seen taking photos of him and then sending them to somebody. Now, looking at this video, it's kind of hard to believe he hasn't been seen since then. But that is the case. Sebastian vanished from his mother's home on February 26th. His father says he still has hope he'll be found.
The goal is still the same. Find Sebastian. He needs to be found and brought home to a home that loves him.
Sebastian's 16th birthday was last weekend, and police say that they're still actively investigating this case. And
That's good news. They're still actively investigating. Now, next we're going to go to a different one. I get to type something different in. Okay. On this one, the main focus here is no one is giving up.
Everyone hopes for a break that leads to Sebastian, a break that perhaps leads him to safely someday return to his family.
He needs to call 911. And if somebody has him, you need to give him back. He's my son. And he doesn't belong to nobody, but damn it, he's mine. And he's mine.
Nick Barris, News Channel 5.
This disappearance, though, remains...
He needs to go home. He needs to be able to get home. Next, we are going to guess where we're going. If I can find it. Back to channel 2. Oh, let me pull it up so you can see it. Okay. What I want to bring away from this one is that even though it has now been a full year since Sebastian's gone missing, this case is gaining force.
National attention while Sebastian's father, Seth, continued looking.
The only thing that you can do as a parent is just to keep faith, and keep people out there actively looking.
By September, celebrity bounty hunter Dog Dwayne Chapman joined the search as the reward ballooned to more than $300,000. 365 days later, holidays have come and gone, and Sebastian's 16th birthday passed without a birthday wish.
Be thankful you know where your children are, because I don't know where mine is.
The Sumner County Sheriff's Office continues to ask the public for pictures and tips. So far, no further updates have been provided, but many in the community still hope to one day bring Sebastian home.
We have to treat it like it happened yesterday and continue to push and continue to, and don't stop until we get the answers.
I have to have faith that my son's alive, and I have to have faith that I'm going to find him.
As the community continues to search for Sebastian, you're asked to call the Sumner County Sheriff's Office, the TBI, Chapman's tip line, or your local FBI office if you have any information on his whereabouts. Those numbers are listed on our website at WKRN.com.
Well, today marks 1 year.
Okay. Now we are going to go to the news. Yeah, you're right. We're going to go to the news again. This time we're going to Katie Proudfoot. And she does have something wonderful to say about Sebastian in this. I agree with what she's saying. Whether she agrees with what she's saying or not remains to be seen, but let's give hope. Okay. This one is, let's just listen to her words. You'll know right away what it is. Play.
I mean, Sebastian should be home with us. I mean, he should be in school. He should be playing. He should be learning. He should be experiencing life.
I agree. You can't get more positive than that. I have thoughts and theories, but we're focusing on the positive. Next, we're going to also go to Katie Proudfoot, but we're going to a different news station. And this one, she's going to talk about Sebastian's favorite things. And hello, H. Davis. Thank you for coming in. Okay. Oh, I got to share it. Okay, listen to she makes Sebastian sound like such a wonderful young man.
Green tea. A voice and an exuberant smile that have been missing for a year that Sebastian Rogers has gone without his favorite things.
Cats are the number one. He loves animals, almost all animals.
Animals, video games, books, and any chance in the pool.
He loves water. He swims like a fish.
Sebastian also missed his birthday.
December 7th. He turned 16, and he should be home for that.
But Sebastian, who has autism, hasn't been home since February of last year. After dinner at the Texas Roadhouse on the 25th, Katie says she and her son went home.
Did anything happen the night he went missing that?
She talked about him with I mean, it looked like a lot of love right there, talking about how he loves cats and all animals. I got a gnat. All animals, and he loved to swim, and he swims like a fish. Sebastian's a hat. Look, I did it again. I quit. Shave it bald. If I come in tomorrow and I have a bald head, okay, I'm not going to. I promise I won't. I think tomorrow, since I do have to put up a video tomorrow, and that takes a couple of hours, I won't have time to do the research. Look what I found, Amanda. It's already sold. I know. Isn't this absolutely beautiful? It's heavy too. I bet it weighs 3 pounds. It is beautiful. Oh, Amanda, do you think get over there. Do you think I made a good purchase? Can you see it? No, it's not a mask. It's actually, it's supposed to sit on something, I guess. Like that. Do you think Kaylin will like that? Yeah. I think she's going to have a birthday not too many months away. So it might be if I ever get around to shipping their Christmas. But yeah, so anyway, tomorrow I'm going to do a critiquing one of my thrifting videos because since I have to put up the video, I bought those at 2 different stores. So oh, I'll show you what else I got. She gonna like it. It's clean. You can smell it. It smells like somebody's fabric softener or something. It's clean, and it's a tie beanie. So yeah, tomorrow's going to be a thrifting video, and then my live will be a critiquing. And I'll try to find one where I actually have items. So I shouldn't have cut my hair because now I hate my bangs being in my face. Oh, she's making out like, I know, right? I even found a scarf that she can put her hands in the pockets of, and it's got Hello Kitties on the pockets. But it's so hard to find what the other 2 girls like. I mean, I'm looking, but it's hard to find it. I have to order that stuff. So anyway, I'm going to get off of here because we've been on here for an hour and 15 minutes. And the only thing I can say is if anybody has anything they want me to cover, if you watch Clutch Them Pearls, he did a video tonight because there's a new missing 2-year-old that went missing on Saturday in Oregon. And his family farm is like 50 yards from a... Good to see you, H. Davis. Yeah. His family farm is like 50 yards away from a raging creek or river that floods into the ocean. So, but yeah, his name is Dane something. Clutch Them Pearls did a video on it, and I'm not sure if Brittany's going to talk about it tonight or not. But I think Smiley or Bullhorn Betty might have done it. If the case goes a little far, I'm following it. If it goes a little farther, I might, but I'm hoping that they find the young man. But they've had a lot of rain up in Oregon, and Mischief says that the creeks and the riverbeds are just rolling. If he'd have fell in there, he could have been to the ocean before they noticed him missing. I mean, it just... And well, the creek goes like this, and she says there's a lot of water, but it goes out to the ocean, and it's just, he needs a lot of prayer. The family needs prayer. So, on that note, do something nice for someone, even if it's just be the reason they smile. Enjoy the rest of your evening, and get lockers.